Person. All right. Okay. All right. Everything's set up. So let's go analyze these markets. Hmm. 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 Smith. So this is no. We're just looking at levels. I mean, if you want to join, then yeah, that's cool. Yeah, the chat is open. But yeah, at the net meetings. I mean, if we see a setup, I mean, I don't mind taking it, but yeah, we're just looking at levels, honestly. Hmm. All right, so I'm just about to just set the charts up. Just gonna look at them real quick, and we will get started with the NA meeting. I'm gonna try to make these, I mean, no more than an hour, but I'm gonna try to condense these to 30 to 45 minutes, if possible, because the goal of these meetings is just to identify levels just in case they happen overnight. And this move up should be a surprise to nobody. It should be a surprise to absolutely nobody. Because, I mean, this is like the third day that they did this in a row. This is the absolute third day that they've come in towards the end of the session and they push this market up. So this is the third time. But here's what's happening right now on the NQ. So Smith says 5.7 on the Q was for the bulls. 5.18, 5.70. Yeah. Yeah, that was obvious because the market was not getting past this level for some reason. They was not getting past this level. The bulls were holding this level for dear life. And finally the Bears gave this up. And yo, good thing you closed out that position. Good thing you was not being stubborn. Good thing you set a trail because yo, that move up, if you was in short, especially from this top, that's heartbreaking. Yo, that's heartbreaking, yo. Yeah, yeah, that was heartbreaking. So good. So yeah, congratulations to you, Smith, for not being stubborn and getting out of that one. And I know it feels good when you actually get out at the bottom and then see the market trade up and say, "Damn, I'm glad I got out." Shit. That within itself feels good, but all right. So I do got some levels that I'm looking at for the NQ. But I did notice something on the NQ and on the ES. You can see that once we touch all-time highs, we got this massive drop. We got a retest of this resistance area. We got a retest of the bottom of this range right here. We got a second attempt of that retest. And ever since then, the bears have just been coming in and knocking price down. So you can see that we got to move from all-time highs. We got to move from all-time highs. The bulls tried to come back. The bears came in. The bulls took out that whole move, retested the bottom of this range. And then from here, you can see that the bears have been trying to rotate this market lower ever since then. And if you fast forward to today, because shoot, we're almost right back at this level, you can see that the bears just gave up. I mean, how disheartening is it that every time you're trying to rotate the market down lower, the bulls come in, they make higher lows, they trade right through your resistance areas like it's nothing, and then they continue to push price up. Yeah, I know. So how heartbreaking is that? Now, I know that a lot of people are going to make this mistake. They're going to make the mistake of shorting this area. And I will tell you that you may get a quick scalp in this area, but there is no way that the bears are going to short this market successfully in this area based on the structure. And the most that I believe the NQ will get is right back somewhere in this area at the top of this golden area that we've drawn out with yesterday's NA meeting. The market is going up. We're taking out these highs. And the next level that I'm looking at is actually not that far off. You see this consolidation right here. So I'm actually looking at possibly 820, but more with a focus, or I'll write it down. I'll write it down. So I'm looking at a range from 820 to about 797. I'm just gonna put that right there. I'm gonna share why I'm looking at these levels in a minute. Okay, so we got this area of resistance here. We can see that the bears have successfully held this area off, at least for right now. And you can see that every time that the bears or the bulls have made an attempt to take price past this level, you can see that, well, this is the initial test right here. You can see that they failed each time. However, from this level, we did get this big move down. We got this move down. Then we get this move down. So you can see that price is trending up. So if you make the mistake of shorting this, you're going to become liquidity real quick. You're going to become liquidity. I think a better short would be to see how price reacts at that 816 to 820 level to 797. That will be a better short where the risk reward is more, because if price trades above this area right here, you're kind of going to be wrong, honestly. You're kind of going to be wrong. And this is the bottom of that range. So usually when price gets to a bottom of a range, usually that's where all market participants wants to short. And so the bears like to short at the bottom of ranges, and market buyers like to take profits, or at least partial profits here at the range. So everybody is more likely to become sellers here in this area right here. And if you get that bearish confirmation, you can at least get this much as a reward with this much of risk. Because, I mean, all you got to do is put your stop above this high, and that risk reward right there is beautiful. It's beautiful. But depending on what the news say, I believe actually, let's look at that first, because I believe it's at, yeah. Yeah, so I believe it's at, no, that's, okay, no. This was next week, tomorrow. Yeah, all the news that we have is at 9 o'clock tomorrow. We do got this ADP employment change that's going to be happening at 7:15 Central Time. And I'm pretty sure this number will move the market. I'm pretty sure it will. However, I believe all the market participants is going to be waiting for this 9 a.m. news release. This is the same time when the algo actually triggers. So I will have a focus at 9 o'clock versus the 7:15. So non-farm payroll is actually for it's actually Friday. I do believe this ADP employment may be a part of non-farm payroll, but the official release is going to be on Friday. But as you can see, that the traders ought to consider the employment figures from the ADP, America's largest payroll provider report, as the harbinger for the Bureau of Labor Statistics release. So yeah, this is a part of non-farm payroll, but not the official release. So yeah. So this would definitely move the market tomorrow. Definitely. And then this will definitely, it's the ISM, the services is what the Fed has stated that they're keeping an eye on. The services. Yeah, Friday is the big day. We'll actually look at the entire week. We'll actually look at it real quick. Let's do that now. Yeah, so this is kind of like how the PCE is a part of the GDP. So usually whatever GDP says, you can have a good idea of what PCE is going to say. This is the same situation. This is like a precursor to non-farm payroll, but the official release is going to be at 7:30 on Friday. So whatever this news says, we can kind of see a similar reaction to Friday's release. So going back to the charts. So like I said, I don't believe that the bears are going to be successful if they short here at this level. It says make your money before Friday. We make money every day, baby. We make money every day. Every day. All we got to do is trade these charts, trust in them, and we make money. But I will say, I will share that bearish, I'm not confident sharing bearish price action just because these bulls have just been trading right through all kind of bearish price action. Like, for instance, this situation right here. Once you get a move down like this, this should at least be a retest of this level, a drop, then a pop. But we barely got a drop here. I mean, I guess technically, yeah, we did get a drop technically. But yeah, this was supposed to be more of a drop and then a pop. But that's not how, I mean, but bearish price action is, I feel like it's a 50-50 chance of it working in today's market, because you can see that towards the end of the day, the bears completely gave this up after initially having control of this market. And I believe, yeah, this was June 3rd. And then they opened up with this right here. They couldn't even retest this low, even though they had every opportunity to do so. But the bulls just came right back in and they took price right back up. So bearish price action, in my opinion, is a 50-50 gamble. He said Fridays aren't good. Well, so with Fridays, you just have to have a certain mindset with Fridays. You just have to understand that after a certain time, usually lunch, that's when the liquidity dries up. And that's why the market usually runs Friday, because it's low liquidity. It's kind of like how holidays are, like Veterans Day, where the market liquidity is low. There's not too many market participants in the market, and it's just basically pure price action. And usually when there's low price action, the market grinds up. Usually, obviously, there's been Fridays where the market has trended down, but from what I've seen, the only time we've trended down on Fridays is if we had bad news previously before that. But for the most part, 9 times out of 10, the market is going to grind to the upside. So if you try to short in areas where the market would usually go short, 9 times out of 10, you'll become liquidity. And that's just Fridays. So you kind of have to get into a position real early in the day and just hold it. And that's what I've found to be the most successful in trading on Fridays. But okay, so going back to the charts. So if price trades into this area right here, this is where I want to see the bears come in. I want to see them run these stops. I want them to see them get to at least 1816, 1820. And I want to see a bearish reaction. And as you can see right here, this is why I want to see bears come in at this level, because we've already had an instance where we've had this break of structure here. I think is exactly at 816, but you know that the NQ will probably run the stops above 816, probably hit 20, and then reverse. But we've already had a break of structure here at this level. And because of that, I want to see price come right back into this level. And I would want to capture a move like this. With my risk above this consolidation. And I think the high of this candle is somewhere around 880. But obviously, I wouldn't have it at the complete top of this range. This candle right here at 660, that's a lot of risk. That's a lot of risk. 836. $846. 846 would be the middle of this range right here. 846. And then the top of this range would be 876. 876. So 894. I'm going to mark this as a second area. 895 to 876. I'm going to mark this as a second area because I feel that if price, let's just say that you don't get that bearish reaction here, the bulls completely trade through this area. I feel that if we get to the top of this range, this will actually be where there's great risk reward in this trade right here. Because you're literally at the top of this range. We may see a breakout of this range, but we all know that breakouts 9 times out of 10 they don't work. They trade right back into the range, and once you see price trade right back into this range and there's no continuation, that's when you can safely take that short. Yeah, what's up, Game Weight? What's up? I see you, Game Weight. And yeah, I mean, the live streams will always be posted if you missed them. Me and Smith, we try our best to provide high quality information in our streams. I think, shit, we've captured so much 20-point days. It's kind of ridiculous. There's no other YouTuber that's doing what we're doing right now. Sorry about that. I got somebody. Anyway, so these are the two zones that I'm looking at. But if let's just say that here at this 820, 816, 820 level in the NQ, I'm not going to look for a reversal here at this level. I'm not looking for a reversal. I'm looking for a price to possibly get to. So if we do get a reversal there, I'm possibly looking at price to retest at 730. So where price is right now, because this, if we get a break out of this level, this is definitely going to be the level that they're going to come back in to retest, and they're going to push price higher. So yeah, that's actually how I would actually play this. I would actually play that like this. Possibly, so you can see that there's some overlap here at 730-ish. I don't think they're going to go to complete top at 750. They might come back in. Yeah, probably like 730, 730-ish, 735. Yeah, like 735, they might come back in because if the bears do come in here, they're going to drop it. They're going to use this prior area that used to be resistance as support. And that's when we can definitely see it move up into this higher area. Yeah, I can definitely see that. Definitely see that. Gain weight. Ain't nobody trying to hit none of your bullishness. But yeah, the market is definitely bullish. Unfortunately, if you're a bear at heart, if you're a bear, the market is just not for us today, or yeah, for us right now. I mean, we you see this big bearish move down, and you would think that, damn, look how much the bears are in control. But anybody that traded this price action live know that this was a struggle for the bears. Everybody knows that the bears struggled to get this move down, just for the bulls to do just this. The bears took the stairs, the bulls took the elevator. So yeah, yeah, the bears are definitely coming in. The bears are definitely going to come in, and it's going to be just like this big, massive correction down. However, they're not coming in now. So the moves to make is to the upside. The bulls have definitely shown the bears that every attempt to trade this market lower has been met with massive dip buyers. And those dip buyers have been pushing price higher for 3 days straight, starting Friday, Monday, and now Tuesday, 3 days straight, around 1:30 Central Time. They're pushing price up. They're completely undoing everything that the bears worked hard to do. The bears took about 8 hours to do this, and the bulls did this in an hour. And I'm barely exaggerating. I'm barely exaggerating the time frame. Barely. The Bears took all day to do this. They took all day to do this just for the Bulls to do this. So it's obvious that the market is bullish. So we just have to shut the fuck up, color, and go long. I mean, that's all we got to do at this point. So let me put this in some text. Um, all right, so uh, No, I think it's 820. I mean, it wouldn't make sense for them. Well, okay. Let's just see. 820 to 797 range. So I'm initially looking for price to trade into that 820 to 797 range. I want to see the bears come in and make an attempt to sell price down. And it's easy to tell because you're going to get that big engulfing candle. You're going to see a big red candle. It's going to be violent. And that's how you know, or a better way of saying that is that will give you an idea, okay, there's enough bears here that made that big red engulfing candle. You want to see bearishness in that area. You don't want to blindly get into it unless you're willing to accept the risk. However, if you want confirmation, a big red engulfing candle would be your confirmation. It doesn't tell you to get into it. What you want to see is price to trade back into that area, and you want to take price or you want to take a trade near the top of that candle as possible. Put a decent stop to protect your position. And like I said, a good area to trade price into would be that 737 at the top of this resistance area. But I don't think this will be a reversal. I think this will just be a pullback. The bulls would definitely come right back in and they're going to push price higher as they've been showing that they're going to do. The news at 7 tomorrow will definitely dictate the direction of the market. If the price doesn't do this overnight and we get close to that 7 o'clock hour, I would highly recommend to not even take this trade, especially on the NQ, especially. Yeah. Gateway says he's going to convert everybody to be bulls. I mean, shit, the market's doing a good job of doing that by itself, man. It's doing a great job because shit. I was like, fuck y'all bulls. Up until 2020, 2021, until we got that bull run, I was like, man, yeah, I can't be a bear no more. I can't do it no more. I ain't no loser. I love being a bear, but shit, I don't like losing. So shit, one of them got to give. One of them got to give. One of them got to give. But says sell price down. So what is it? Man, we're gonna print to sell price down. And I want to see the bulls come in at previous resistance, turn support. Now, kind of like what Gainway says, you don't have to take the short. You definitely don't. If you feel more confident taking the long, I would wait for price to trade right back into this area to take the long. Take the long when price trades back into this area. Because you already know that the bears, I mean, if the bears are successful in this area, you know they're going to grind it down. They're going to take the stairs. The bulls are going to come right back into this area of support. Yeah, they come back, somewhere in here. And if you feel more comfortable taking the long and going up, you can also do that. You can also do that. So you can definitely reverse engineer anything that I share. And if you feel more comfortable taking the long, take the long. Now, if the bulls do come in, I do expect for the next level to be up here. I do expect for this to be the next level. Somewhere in here. I mean, we do got these highs. We do got this range. We do got the bulls making an attempt to break out of this range right here, but it got met with a violent expansion to the downside. They retested this level. So this level right here should show you that there were bears here, and there was enough bearish orders to knock price all the way down. So I expect if price gets into this area, I do expect a bearish reaction. Maybe not a reversal, but at least a reaction here at this level. But we will see. We will definitely see tomorrow. But I guess for the most part, that's all I have for the NQ. Let's go to the ES. Actually, let's look at the hourly chart. Let's look at the daily chart real quick. I just want to see what the market did today. So yeah, you can definitely see that the market is definitely bullish. And looking at the daily chart, yeah, I feel more confident in these levels now. I definitely feel more confident in these levels because this level right here kind of fills this gap, this price action gap right here. And then we got our other zone is right here at the top of this where price broke to the downside right here. Yeah, okay. So yeah, look at this candle. Like we said in the live stream, I know the bears that was up a lot of money and they had price do this to them. Yeah, that shit sucks. So after seeing a move like this, the next day was going to be bullish. And tomorrow is definitely going to be a bullish day. And you can tell because of where price opened. We got this big green candle. We got 3 candles with the bodies more to the upside. So price is definitely going to be moving up. So this is why you don't want to short this area. I wouldn't short down here. I'll wait for price to go up a little bit higher if you want to try for a short. Definitely. Okay. So that's the. All right, let's switch to the ES chart. He says bears have been losers giving up. Yeah, no. Hey, that's why Gameway gets blocked from the group chat. He's like, yo, we bears over here. Like Gameway likes to hang out with bears so he can talk shit. And so he can talk shit to the bears. That's why he likes to hang out with bears. He's like, yeah, you're about to be my liquidity, bro. You know that, right? So you're about to be my liquidity. Now, so the ES is obviously going to be different. The ES is obviously going to be different from the NQ. And honestly, I actually got a position in my I kind of want to see what happens account. I'm gonna share that. I'm gonna share that position with you guys in a moment. But I kind of want to see what happens with this position. Now, structure means something on the ES. We did just get this big engulfing candle, and you can see that the bears are trying to come in here at this level at 312. You can see that we got this massive move down. And I believe this was at this, yeah. Actually, I caught this short. I caught this short. I caught this short towards the end of the day. I caught that. But because I saw that it was trading up into this area, and so I took this short. I didn't expect it to be that fast. And I left some runners to test this area, and I wasn't surprised when we got this double top. So price has already rejected in this area. I do expect for the bears or the bulls to continue higher and the bears to fail here. However, I do have a position or a limit sitting at 96 to go long. And the reason why I'm taking this chance I just want to see what happens account is because of this range. We got a range breakout to the upside. We got a range breakout to the upside. And it's a strong close above this range because price traded back into this range. The bulls found support here at the bottom of this range. And from here, they pushed it out. And this is a strong close above this range. So I'm waiting for price to come back in and retest inside this range. And I just put my limit at 95 because I think is like the middle, because it's like 93 and 97 and 96 is like the middle of it. So I put my limit at 96. And I'm expecting price to come back in, tap me in, so we can possibly see this move up to 320 to 324. I believe that there's going to be I think the bears are going to try to come in at 324. The reason why I say 324 is because if we look at the chart, where is it at 324? We can see that that's where that structure broke, or that structure break happened. And we had a prior week close, I think at 320. So I think the market is going to want to get to that 320 level at least. And if we get to that 320 level, I do expect from them to run the stops above 320. We have yet to tap into that 320 level. The market it can definitely touch 320. We're going to definitely run those stops. And I believe that the market is going to try to get to like at least 24 to 30, from a range to 30. Well, actually, no. 28, yeah, 28 to 24. This is where I believe that the market is going to try to protect itself, or the bears are going to try to protect itself here at this level, from 328 to 324. And that's actually where I want, if I can get into this position long, this is where I want to take profits. I want to take profits here. If I can't get into this long, I'm going to look for a short opportunity here at this level. I would not look. I know a lot of people are going to make the mistake of trying to get short at 316 or 318. People are going to make the mistake of getting short here. And that's highly unlikely to work because the market has money up here that they can take versus down here. I mean, if you look at it, the market sold off at 313. It doesn't make sense for the market to sell off at 318, 5 points above 313, when they could have grabbed the 318 if they wanted it that bad and then sold the market off. So a lot of people are going to make the mistake of selling here. Don't be one of those people. A better short would be up here at that 324 to 328. Obviously, you want to get that 328 to get the best risk reward for your short. Or, like Gainway says, you can wait for the bears to sell price down into this area. And let me actually look at the ES and see where a good level could be at. Yeah, 309, 310, especially this area where, actually, where did it sell off at today? Where did it sell off at? Yeah, 309, 310. 309, 310 will be a great area to look for a bullish opportunity. If we get that price to come back in, I'm pretty sure the bulls are going to turn this prior area of resistance into support for at least a retest of that high. Yeah, so I'm looking for price to trade into this area. This is what I'm looking for. But obviously, with the news coming out tomorrow, if this doesn't happen before the news come out, obviously these levels are invalidated. Obviously, we all know that news will overextend levels just for the hell of it. we get the crazy price action, and as it calms down, then these levels can become valid again as market participants use these levels to begin trading rationally again. And so this is what I'm going to be looking for. But I'm actually hoping to get filled at this 95 level to see what happens, or 96. I do want to see what happens here. So I do have a position here. I think I do. Oh yeah, I have it on the MES. Yeah, I have it on the MES. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it. I think that's it. I mean, obviously our zones worked out last night, and they're going to continue to work. I think that's it. I mean, if anybody has any questions, if Smith, you got anything to add, or anybody has anything to add, if you want me to look at another instrument while we're here, I won't mind doing that. If not, we can end the meeting here. Actually, let me just write this down. Let me write this down. So if you have any questions, please put it in the chat. Okay, so I mean, what I'm looking for on this, what I'm looking for is for price to trade into the 324 to 328 level. And this is where I expect bears to defend their positions and trade price lower. Actually looking for price to trade to 296 for a long opportunity. However, I'm going to take this in my let's see what happens account. And the reason why I'm taking it in my let's see what happens account is because you all know how I trade. I like big moves and I like big money. I don't like taking trades that are not worth my time. On the NQ, you can definitely get away with trading in the middle and still make decent profit. However, on the ES, you have to trade away from the middle and trade at its extremes to make profit. But these bulls have been definitely regarded lately. And to be successful, either you have to take a chance on a short, which, like I said before, is highly dangerous in today's market, or you have to take a high risk long, which, I mean, they have been working out. They have been working out. However, they are high risk. And I wouldn't get into the habit of taking longs like that because the market right now is being irrational. I mean, it's the more bad news that we get, the more the data shows that the economy is slowing and that the consumer is now conserving. This is going to tell market participants that Powell is going to have to cut rates. And once we go back, well, we're not going to go back to a zero interest rate environment. But the speculation is that once we get back into the zero interest rate environment, then the economy can boom. Then I'm pretty sure everybody that was in long will dump the market and let everybody else hold the bag while they profit from all the euphoria. So I wouldn't get in the habit of taking high risk longs. However, I think 296 is a great area for price to pull back, the bulls to come in and take price higher. And that's what I'm going to be looking for. Yo, I appreciate that game weight. Hey, you start your prop firm, you say you're going to make me an asset manager. I want to be that asset manager. No, I'm just playing. But honestly, I was kind of thinking about doing something like that myself. However, with these prop firms, I mean, it kind of gives me practice because I know trading prop firm money versus trading investors' money. I know the emotions, the psychology is different. I mean, it's okay. You don't have to answer nobody when it's your money, but when you have to answer to somebody and why you lost their money, yeah, the psychology is different. Even though the price action never changes, the way you see the charts has changed because you might look at the charts and say, "Damn, this is a head and shoulders pattern that works majority of the time." But when it's somebody else's money, be like, "Nah, it might not work this time," and you'll get into your head and all the other bull crap. So I do understand the psychology is a little bit different. It's a little bit different, but all right, guys, that's all I have. This is going to be the area that I'm going to be looking for short on the ES. I do expect for the bears to run these, or the bears to fail here, and the bulls to run these highs eventually. But if price drops overnight, just be mindful that we have that 7:15 news, and that will definitely be very volatile. So just be mindful. But all right, I appreciate you guys joining. Our stream starts at 8:30 tomorrow morning, and we'll continue to make money. And with that said, peace out.